You're up next. Johnny boy, let's run it back with Ernesto.
All right, Ernesto, ring, ring.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hey there, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Absolutely.
All right, here you go. Ding.
Hello?
Hey, Elias, good afternoon.
Hi.
I'm Ernesto. I'm a Zillow Premier agent with EXP Realty, and I understand you want to visit 123 Main Street in Oakland. Is that right?
That is.
Awesome. I'm excited to show it to you. What's your availability like today and tomorrow?
I'm available today between 4 and 7 if possible.
Okay. Definitely want to make an effort to line that up for you. What if today doesn't work?
Same time tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow? Okay, great. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to the seller, make sure that time works for them as well. And I will circle back in about 30 minutes to confirm that with you. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. And then 2 questions. Is there any other homes that are available? I mean, you're the expert here, I'm not. And then do you think that this is going to be competitive? Because my friends just bought a house and they said that they purchased it for 30% over asking price.
Awesome. 2 questions I heard are there other homes? And secondly, is it going to be competitive? In response to your first one, absolutely want to maximize your time and your trip this way. So we will definitely line up similar homes and visit those. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, and in response to your second question, level of competition, what I'm going to do when we meet tomorrow is I will bring recent neighborhood-specific data that will give you kind of good expectations and kind of a realistic snapshot of what's happening in the market in that part of Oakland right now.
Cool. That sounds good.
Awesome. Cool. So let me reach out to the seller. You don't have to do anything else from here on out. Is a phone call or a text best to circle back with you?
Old school, bro. You can just give me a call.
Sound good. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Okay. Awesome. So do you have an exterior mic on your computer?
I don't. I'm in this booth.
No, because the mic is fucking so clear. It's perfect.
Oh, okay. All right.
It almost sounds like, hi, 98.1 smooth jazz. It's like a radio station, right? It's so clear. It's Actual Saxon's best on West Cage, B1 1.5. You reach Ernesto on the hotline. How are you? It's just so fucking clear, bro. So sorry, I wanted to be a DJ one time in my life. That's what reminded me. Really good stuff. I think that your flow is good. You have a quintessential phone voice, man. It sounds really, really good. When I asked you about the market and seeing other homes, I don't know why you said awesome or what was awesome about it.
Okay.
Right? Like, hey, is there any other homes in the area that fit that bill? And do you think it's going to be competitive? Awesome. Why is it awesome? Right? I don't know if that's the appropriate response. I get it. That's kind of who you are. But I don't think removing that word right there at that time, I don't really think that was necessary. But overall, man, love the voice, love the flow, and love the way things sound. Johnny boy, how about for you?
Yeah, Ernesto, what'd you do before this?
I worked for Verizon in different roles for 13 years, but
you spent time on the phones?
Yeah, it's something I've been working at. I wasn't that good at it before, and I used to hate cold calling, but I just decided.
Yeah, I mean, I say that because you come across as like pretty smooth and confident, and like you have a good pace. You sound like you're listening. I like how you said, 2 questions I hear there, and you repeated it back. Like it's a little bit of a different style, I feel like, than we typically hear, but it totally works. I think it's like confidence inspiring on the part of the consumer. I think your intro, and just nitpicking little things, like when I say this a lot too, like you can have the kind of greetings like hey Elias, good afternoon, pause. Sometimes I think it's better keeping in mind too that these people have already been on the phone with Alex at Zillow for a second. Just, hey, good afternoon, this is Ernesto, I'm your Zillow Premier partner. I see you're interested in 123 Main Street. When's a good time? Sometimes I think just that pause can create some awkwardness, little thing, but overall, great job.
Thank you.
Yep, good stuff. So
I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna have, who was that? Sorry.
That was me, Nicole.
Nicole, you can go next. I'm gonna have Gabrielle go next.
Cool.
All right, so Gabrielle and I had a buyer consultation yesterday. She absolutely crushed it. Really good job, Gabrielle. So John, I'm sorry, guys, I'm moving rooms because there's another person coming in here, and so I'm getting kicked out. So let's run it back, John.
Sorry, it's Gabrielle.
Yep.
Okay, Gabrielle, ring, ring.
Hi, this is Gabrielle.
Hi, Gabrielle. This is John with Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yeah, definitely.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hey Elias, I'm Gabrielle with Zillow Premier with EXP Realty. I understand you're interested in seeing 123 Main Street.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this better?
Yeah, no, the last person I talked to, Ernesto, he had a really good mic. I'm so sorry. Go on. Yeah, I can hear it's a little bit better.
Okay, yeah. So I understand that you're interested in seeing 123 Main Street. Is that right?
That is.
Okay, great. I would love to show it to you. What time are you available?
I am available to see that home today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow? Is there a time frame that works best for you?
No, I think between 4 and 7 would be best.
Okay, between 4 or 7 today or tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and reach out to the seller to confirm it's available and then get back to you to let you know.
Okay, perfect. And I had a question for you, Gabrielle. Is this part of Oakland going to be really, really competitive?
Yeah, that's a great question. Seeing a competitive market all over Oakland right now, but what I'm going to do is pull some comps in the area and do an analysis so I can take a look and see what's going on.
What's a comp?
We're basically going to look at some homes that have recently sold, what's on the market, and what's pending in a neighborhood that's in the same neighborhood in the same price range that has the same amount of bedrooms and bathrooms. So we're going to look at that and look at the data around that, so that we're going to go ahead and be extra prepared.
Okay, cool. And so, all right, do you think I need to bring anything with me?
No, you don't need to bring anything with you, maybe just some questions, and I'll go ahead and be ready to answer any questions that you have.
Okay, cool,
And what
awesome.
I'll also do with that same time frame is we can take a look at some houses that are similar, so that we can make the best use of your time. Does that sound good?
No, we just want to see the one.
Okay, well, we can just start with seeing one, and I'll go ahead and confirm with that seller and get back to you in the next 30 minutes or so.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thanks, Elias.
Awesome. So good job. Intro was really, really good. I think you did a great job for your first time. But the fact that we're going to see more properties, it sounded like you were just trying to fill that in at the end. It should have been earlier. It should have been earlier. So you know what? While you're here, let's do this. I want to show you 3 other homes that fit that same exact criteria in that similar neighborhood. That way we make the best use of your time. So it felt like it was late. I felt like you were playing catch up with the scene of other homes. Overall, good stuff. You sound really good, but just kind of button it up, put that in a little bit earlier. Johnny boy.
Yeah, overall, great job. I mean, your tone is smooth and confident and friendly. Elias kind of called you out on it, but we try not to use like industry verbiage. So like comps, like you could say like, I can look at some recent sales in the area, but it's a little thing. And then when you brought up the other properties, it was a little bit late and it seemed like a last minute kind of throw in. And also we try not to say like, does that sound okay? A lot of people have that habit because you don't want to be too assertive, but this is the type of call where you can be more assertive. And when you talk about showing the other properties, it's a statement. It's more of a statement, not a question. And then if they really don't want to go, they'll tell you either way, but you don't need to ask them if it's okay. It just comes off a little more like you're the authority, you're the expert, and it's in their best interest to go see these properties if you're going to do it. But overall, a great job, especially for a first call.
So I would remove stuff like, how does that sound? Is that okay with, here's what we're going to do. This is what's next, right? Because that is more of you taking an authoritative stance. And I'm not saying, do this, but it's just like, you're a leader, you're a teacher. I'm leading you through this process and I'm teaching you along the way. But overall, really good job.
And on that same note, and I think Zillow is originally what told us this, like, even taking out, like, do you have any other questions, or is there anything else I can do for you? Like, not that you said that, but just in general, like normally from a customer service standpoint, that like makes you more thorough. In this, it's like, oh, well, it kind of leaves the door open. Like maybe I didn't get everything I needed. So really just coming across as assertive and professional and establishing yourself as the authority is the tone you want to have. But great job.
Yep, really good job. And once again, she absolutely destroyed, crushed, knocked it out of the park with her buyer's presentation yesterday. All right, let's go over to Nicole. Nicole's ready.
Nicole. All right, Nicole, ring.
Hello.
Hello, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Absolutely.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hi, Elias.
It's Elias.
Oh, my apologies. Elias. Elias, this is Nicole from Zillow, your Zillow Premier Partner with EXP Realty. How are you today?
I'm well.
Good, good. I saw that you were viewing 123 Main Street in Oakland. Were you interested in seeing the property?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some good times for you?
Today would be ideal between 4 and 7 if possible.
4 and 7. Are there some alternative times in case those times don't work for the seller?
No, same times tomorrow.
Okay. Well, why don't I do this? I'll reach out to the listing agent and see if that works. And while I have you on the phone, there's actually several other properties similar to the house that you were viewing. Would you be interested in seeing them as well?
No.
You would not be interested? Okay. Well, we'll just see the one property. So I'll reach out to the listing agent and get back to you. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, our friends just purchased a house in Maxwell Park, and we've been doing our research. We watch the news. We don't think that we can go 30% over asking price, but maybe like 10 or 15. Like, where do you think this home is going to land on price?
Elias, that's actually a really good question. It sounds like you've been doing your homework. Every home is different and it tells a different story. What I'm going to do for you is check the market data, check the list price versus sales price, see how many days on the market, so we can really get a true assessment of what that specific market is actually doing. So we can go over the data and come up with a strategy and go from there.
Okay, that sounds good. And then do I need to be pre-approved to go see this home?
You don't. I will definitely go and show you the house, and I will give you some lenders. I will provide you some local lenders, and they can walk you through the process, but absolutely not. We'll go and see the house and see what you think, but that is definitely, if you are interested in purchasing a house, we definitely want to get you hooked up with a local lender.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay, wonderful. So I'll reach out to the listing agent and I'll get back to you with a confirmation. All right?
Awesome, sounds good.
Okay, talk soon.
All right, talk soon. All right, cool. So really good stuff. Your intro, though, it was, your intro said, I see you viewing 123 Main Street. And then you said, did you want to go and see that home? So it's assumptive from the start. Hello, hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. This is Elias Astuto from your Zillow Premier Partner with EXP Realty. I understand that you want to tour 123 Main Street in Oakland. Do you want to see that home today or tomorrow? Right? Okay. So like set the tone from the moment that they pick up the phone call, or the moment you pick up that phone call. And then you said, would you? And that's why I told you a big fat no. Would you maybe like to go and see some other homes with me? No. So remove that. Like I said, here's what we're going to do. There's 3 other homes in that area that fit that same exact criteria. I want to make the best use of your time. Let's go see those properties as well while I have you. I'm not asking, right? Yeah. I'm hooking them up. I'm hooking them up to go see other homes. But overall, you have a really like just a good tone about you. Your mic is really, really good as well, whatever you're dialing in on. But I mean, I thought that was a good call. Johnny boy, let's go over to you.
So first of all, is it really Elias?
Yeah, like, bro, it's spelled E-L-I-A-S. Yep.
Dude, why don't you tell us? I mean, I know you mess up other people's names all the time, but why don't you tell us along? Is like Elias, not Elias?
Okay, now that you have yourself off of mute, you want to talk shit. Okay, John.
I've been saying your name wrong for 3 years, and you finally decided to tell us.
I know. What a curveball. You threw me a total curveball. Like, what? Come on.
Because
and it was good that you didn't let the curveball trip you up that often. And if anyone's been on calls where we've had actual like squad leaders or people that work the Zillow calls be on the phones, like they're crazy as callers, and they're yelling at their kids, or they're just crazy, and they do that because they deal with that on a daily basis. Like it's probably more often that there will be some curveballs in a phone call than somebody as straightforward as these calls. So just being ready to kind of roll with it. But you did good. You didn't let that trip you up too much. You took a second and caught back on. But overall, good job. A couple little things. When they ask if they need to be pre-approved, remember that you're going to talk to them more when you follow up to confirm the appointment, and then when you're actually on the appointment. When somebody asks if they need to be pre-approved, I mean, it can be a simple like, no, we can talk about that later, or like, no, but it's a good idea to be pre-approved in this market because it moves so fast, or just simple like, no, let's go check it out and go from there. You don't need to give them more detail. The stuff you said about connecting with lenders, like you'll have more time for that on this call. Just answer the question, move on, focus on the appointment.
Don't let it ever change your tone, right? We've heard this before. Oh, yeah, are you pre-approved? No.
Oh, okay. So I'll connect you with some lenders, and you borderline had that, like not in a way where it was like obvious, but it really, you don't want it to be. For some people, like working up the nerves to like call in and go see a house is like they've been thinking about doing it for weeks and weeks, and before they want to take that next step. So you want to make it as seamless as possible and just get them to the property and then dive in more on the process from there. But good job. You have a good one. Great job.
All right, so let's do this. We're going to go to Tania, and then we're going to go to Christina, and then we're going to go to Joey. So Tania, let's rock and roll. All right, let's run it back, Johnny.
All right, Tania, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yes, please.
All right, here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hello, Elias.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Who's this?
I'm Tania. I'm an XP real estate agent. I'm also a Zillow Premier partner. I understand you're interested in 123 Main Street.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what times do you have available to go see the property?
I'd like to see it today the next couple of hours, if I can, between 3 and 6 today, if possible.
3 to 6, that sounds good. Just in case the seller is not available between those times, do you have another day that we could go see it?
Tomorrow, same time works for me.
Tomorrow, 3 to 6 sounds good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, Elias, is give the seller a call and find out whether or not these times are good for her or them, and get back to you. Now you said today is preferable between 3 and 6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know of a couple of other properties in that area, Elias, that I believe you may be interested in. I'm going to pull those. How about giving me your email address, Elias, and I can send them to you. And if these work for you also, we can go see them.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Great. So what I'm going to do is give you a call back and say maybe 10, 15 minutes as soon as I find out something about this property, and we'll go see it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other questions for me, Elias?
Yeah. So on this house, I've been doing my homework, a lot of homework, like extensive research. I don't know if we can go up to 25% over asking. I know that it's competitive, but how competitive do you think this home's going to be?
Well, Elias, the whole Bay Area is competitive, but each individual home is different. So until we see this and decide whether or not you actually like it, let's not worry about that right now. I'll bring you some information on other homes in the area and let you see what they've sold for. And then if you decide you like this property, we can go from there. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the seller a call, Elias, and then I'll call you back, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, bye.
Awesome. All right, Tania, really, really good job. Your intro though, it sounded like you missed an E. It just sounded XP Realty. That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like enunciate and make sure that was very clear, because all I heard, and I don't know about your brothers and sisters on the call, if you guys heard XP Realty or if you heard EXP Realty. I heard XP Realty. That's what I heard. So when you said that I'll send you an email, you know, I think at that stage, like it kind of messes up your flow. Like if you send them an email and they don't like the homes, then it's just like, just assume that it's in their best interest to go and see the homes, because if it's in that price point in that neighborhood, just go see the homes. Just go see the homes. Let them tell you once they're there in person, because they could see a house online, hate it, and they go and see it, sit in that backyard and hear the birds and like, wow, I had no idea it felt like this, right? So you said twice, what do you think? What do you think? You keep asking that question and almost asking for approval. Remove that. Like, this is what we're gonna do. Awesome. Looking forward. I'll be right back. Hang tight. I'm going to be like definitively. And what I was doing is I was purposely talking faster. Why do you think I was talking faster? What do you think I was wanting you to do?
To speed up.
Pace me. Yeah, absolutely. I want you to pace it a little bit more. And if you have somebody that is, you know, a little bit more of a quicker talker like me, not saying you have to get completely outside of your comfort zone, but speed up your tone a little bit, because I want some answers and I want them now. Right?
Okay.
So overall, good stuff. You sound caring, you know your stuff. Also, when you talked about the market, when you say, let's not worry about that now, let's try to find a way to replace that. I think that,
Okay.
you know, I think first off, identifying or agreeing with them, you know, or it sounds like you've been doing your homework, Mr. Johnson. Every home is a little bit different. It's too early for me to tell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some research, pull some recent sales. Then when I see you, we can go farther in that discussion, right? So, and then instead of saying, does that sound good? What do you think? Leave it at that. But overall, good job, Tania. Johnny Boy, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I think that you were, your tone is like, some people will love it. Some people, it's like, it'll make it hard for them to like stay engaged because they wanted to just like get to the point. Like it's like almost like the opposite end of the spectrum from talking to Kenny. So if you had Kenny on the line that's calling, just wants to see this, just the fact that like your tone is so measured won't work for some people. So mirror and matching and trying to find the right tone to fit the person you're talking to. And then on the seeing the other homes, and Kathy put in the chat, what if there aren't any properties available? The whole point with you telling them that there's other homes is just to get them to wrap their head around the fact that like carve out some extra time for this. So it doesn't even need to be like, I know 2 properties that are exactly like this that we're going to go see. Something along the lines of like, chances are there's a couple other homes around there that are going to fit the same criteria, and let's make the best use of your time while they're out there so you have something to compare them to. Then in their head, they don't need to know exactly what. All you need them to get from that is, okay, give them an hour, plan for an hour so we can go see some other stuff. And maybe there's nothing, and then it's like, oh, you know, this one just went pending or whatever. But the point of it is just to get some extra time and do it in a way where you're telling them to save some extra time, not asking them. So how that's going to be is a little different for everyone, but the goal is just get them to plan on some extra time and do it as a statement, not a question. But great job, and thanks for stepping up.
Yep, really great stuff. All right, Christina D, you ready?
Ready. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear. Not as good as Ernesto, but we can hear you pretty good.
Damn it.
I know.
I need a boost.
He's really set the all right, let's go, John.
All right, Christina, ring, ring.
Hi, this is Christina.
Hi, Christina. This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Of course, go ahead.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Christina with Zillow, your premier agent with EXP Realty. How are you doing today?
Good.
Awesome. I understand you want to tour 123 Main Street. 123 Main Street. What time works best for you today and tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time works best?
Between 4 and 7.
4 and 7. And just in case if the sellers are not available, what's another time that works good for you as well?
Today, same.
Today, same times. Awesome. Okay. What I'm going to do for them is what I'm going to do for you is I'm actually going to contact the sellers right now to make sure those times work. And what I'm also going to do is pull out some other properties in the area that are pretty similar to that. And just to maximize your time, we can go ahead and look at those as well. What's the best way to communicate with you? Text, call?
Yeah.
Which one?
Call.
Call? Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and reach out to those sellers real quickly to see what time works better, today or tomorrow, and then I'll call you back immediately. Okay?
And Christina, you know, I'm very risk adverse. And when it comes to a property like this, I've been doing my homework, and I don't believe that houses are worth 20% over asking price. And I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with the house 20% over asking price. So
Okay.
what do you think I should do?
Honestly, Elias, every property is a little different. I completely understand how you feel. I know it's a crazy market right now. What I would recommend is let's go see the property, because every property has a different story. Let's see if you fall in love with it. If not, there are other properties. What I'll also do is I could pull some comparable sales, so recent property sales in the area, just so you can get a better idea of what other homes in that area have sold for. I've definitely seen properties go over, 20%, and I've seen, just hit at asking. So it just depends on the property. Let's go see them together either today or tomorrow, depending on the seller's availability. And then we'll go from there. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, great. I'll give you a call right back.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
I was hard on you on that one, because I kind of wanted to flip the script from Tania, because I was super like, how we communicate, and then I wanted to kind of slow the pace down. But I think you did a really good job. The intro and then the 1, 2, 3 Main Street, you got tripped up on your words a little bit, but we're all human. I get that. But I think that you did a good job circling your wagons, right? I kept on asking you about the market, and I told you that I was risk averse. Now, the reason I was doing that is, what type of personality do you think that you're dealing with if we're thinking about the disc profile?
I only know mine two because I'm a high D and a high I, so I'm not sure about the other ones.
Do you think I was a high I or a high D?
Not a D. No. I'm saying those are what I am. Those are the only two that I'm familiar with. So what I need to do is my homework and go do some research on those so I can answer your question.
If I wasn't one of those, then I'm probably fall under the S or the C, right?
But I don't know what those are, so I need to read on them.
All right. Good job overall, Johnny boy.
Yeah, so everyone's intros, like, they've come off fine and we know what you're saying, but everyone's kind of tripped up a little bit. So everyone just practice, like, this is John, I'm with, see, I just tripped up too. But like, this is John with EXP Realty, I'm a Zillow Premier Partner. I think everyone's like, Premier, EXP, Realtor, Partner, that, like, John with EXP Realty, Zillow Premier Partner. John with EXP Realty, I'm a Zillow Premier Partner. Because there's so much to pack in there. And honestly, you can just say, I'm a Premier Partner with Zillow, if adding in the brokerage just makes it too confusing. Little thing, but I've heard it a couple times. And then I like this very risk averse, slow and measured version of Elias. And he obviously, we've seen him a bunch, so you could tell that he was trying to change it up a little bit. And like we were just saying, like mirror and matching, I think you were fine, but you as somebody that I think has a tendency, not in a bad way, but to just really be like, bam, bam, bam on it. When you get somebody that really wants to make sure that you understand that they're risk averse, taking a moment to like, okay, like you got that cue, reset and make sure that you're talking to them in a way that is going to comfort them. I don't think you like blew by it too fast, but like, mirror and matching is super important. And then, yeah, so C, he was a high C is what I think he was trying to be. And those are, I think, can sometimes be some of the more difficult clients to deal with. In some ways, they're easy because once you kind of figure out the best way to communicate with them and how they make decisions, they're a little easier to predict, how they're going to react to things. But it is important to understand those different personality types. And it's like anytime somebody shows up to a showing with a notepad and a bunch of stuff that they've printed out off the internet, guaranteed that's going to be like a high C, like analytical person, and they're going to care more about like, what type of foundation it has than what kind of window treatments it has. So like understanding how you're going to tailor your communication to what's important for the other person's communication style is something that'll help you be successful in this job. But overall, like, good job. You're making progress, and you can always tell, like, when Elias switches it up and messes with people a little bit, it's, can't make it too easy for you.
And Christina, I think it's, you are so high octane emotion, right? You're gonna meet your match once in a while with people that don't have emotion, right? When I call Kenny, Kenny's my partner. I mean, we've built this business together, right? When I call Kenny, do you think that I call him and say, Kenny, bro, how are you?
No.
Good. Yeah, fucking beautiful out today, isn't it, brother? Man, I just want to tell you I'm grateful for you. Cool, Elias. What are we talking about? Right? But say I call Mel. Mel, what's up? How are you? Are you having a good day? Super, super grateful for the day. I just want to call you about a couple of things. You got a moment? Totally different conversation. So you'll learn those things. So good stuff. All right, let's go to Joey. Joey, you're going to bring us home. We're running a little bit over, but let's run it back, John. Go ahead.
All right, Joey, ring, ring.
Hello. Hello.
John, are you
sorry? This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yes, please send him through.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hey, Elias. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Hey, my name is Joey Duong from EXP Realty, partner with Zillow Premier Agent. How are you doing today?
I am well. What's up?
It's a beautiful day in the Bay Area. I noticed that you were inquiring about 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. When is the best time I could possibly show you this home?
I'd like to see it today if available, man. I have some time this afternoon between 4 and 7.
Okay. If from 4 to 7 doesn't work for you, does tomorrow works for you?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, Elias. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to contact the seller to see if those times are available, and I will get back to you and get back to you as soon as possible to see if those times are okay.
Okay, Joey, we live in Berkeley right now. We've looked in San Leandro and Castro Valley. We love Maxwell Park because of the feel. We feel that community has turned over the last few years. Do you think that it's going to be competitive here? And do you think that we'll be able to really get a great opportunity for investment here?
I noticed you've been doing a lot of homework on the Bay Area market right now, Elias, but you know what? I want to tell you that each and every home is different. And it's too early for me to tell exactly specific homes that are going to be competitive. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is, or tonight, actually, I'm going to do my homework and pull up all the sales and pending and homes, and maybe I could get a more definitive answer for you. And we could talk more about that tomorrow. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, sounds good. So Elias, once I talk to the seller, how can I contact you the best?
Just like this.
Okay, this sounds good. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elias. Talk to you soon.
Joe, I gotta say, man, you've been on the team for a while, and your communication skills are getting better. And the better your communication skills get, the more contracts that you've gotten, right? So you've gotten into contract in the last couple of months. So as you've improved your communication skills and the way that you flow, it's equated into you closing more business, man. So really love it. You said at one point, you had said, it's a beautiful day in the Bay Area. I get that, it generally is, but I think depending on the person that's on the line, like, okay, guy, cool, right? It's like someone saying, hey, how you doing, chief? Okay, cool, man. Like, I fucking hate hearing that, right? So it's like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I get that, boss. Right? Don't call me fucking boss anymore. Okay, but anyways, when you said, I noticed that you've been doing your homework, right? I don't know if notice is the right word. It sounds like you've been doing your homework and have a good understanding of what's happening in the real estate market here in the Bay. Pause, right? Every home is a little bit different. Really early for me to tell. Let me do some research, get some more definitive facts, and I'll share that with you once I meet you at the property.
Sounds
right.
Good.
That's it, right? But man, overall, Joey, like nothing but growth, bro. You have done such a good job in like applying and coming to these meetings, man. So John, let's head over to you.
Yeah, great job. I mean, I remember some of your first ones where you just like your nerves couldn't even go on, and that one you just you were super smooth, super confident. So I think Elias pretty much covered it all, but I just want to reiterate what he was saying about including a pause. I think a lot of the times where people throw in a like, how does that sound, or is that okay? If you just replace that with a pause, you're gonna come across more like confident and professional. Like, I'm going to look at some comparable sales that we'll take a look and then we'll go from there. Pause. Instead of we'll go from there, how does that sound? I think incorporating more pauses into your communication in general, it just taking the time to pause lets what you're saying land more. So I think everyone can, in a lot of different ways and areas, just work on incorporating more pauses.
Oh, we'll love to do more. Eventually, so
yeah, keep it up, man. Your progress is it's One of my favorite things about doing these calls on a regular basis is seeing the growth and the development and the confidence build in people that are going week after week. So keep it up, man. Good job.
Thank you.
So Kenny is a firm believer of forced pauses.
Okay.
Making sure, and like having almost some, like when he's in presentations, I almost like sometimes like I want to kick him under the table, like, hey bro, you gonna say something? But now I know it's like it's on purpose. So hey,
Elias, excuse me, can you demonstrate a forced pause for me, please?
So hi Kathy, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, really good. I understand that you got some questions on the market, and it sounds like you've been doing your homework. So
I have a few questions, yes.
Good. So let me make sure to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you.
So it's just being able to just kind of breathe, let things come to you. And then just like you're an actor, right? When you see an actor and they have these pauses, like they're training themselves on stage, like, okay, before I deliver my words.
It actually sounded to me like you were really listening to me before you were responding. And so you validated my space that way because you weren't jumping into your next word. You were really listening to me. So I get it now. Thank you.
Try that when people are talking, nodding your head and like really trying to take it in, because what do we do as salespeople? Most of the times we're trying to think of what is the next catchy thing I should be able to say that's going to hook them next, right? Ooh, I know what I'm going to say next. Just tell them, wait till they shut up. And now I'm going to hit them with something clever, right? Instead of being completely present, like, let me process that. Then let me respond. We're so quick to think before we even let the people speak. Slow down, matrix everything, let it see it coming at you, and then reply accordingly based on what you're getting from the consumer, right? And I mean, this goes back for all the gentlemen out there that are dating. You know what? That you're such a good listener, right? Just fucking listen. Just slow down. Let the other person on the other side of you be heard. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll continue these sessions as always. A couple of you have got the call that you're going to be on the next round of Flex. So congratulations. We're going to be going through this. And listen, you guys, by December, we're going to be over 800 leads. You guys come to these sessions. I promise you, we're going to put you on game. Now, I just take a couple more weeks than others, but if you've been here and you've been consistent, you've been coming and you've been doing a great job, we're going to put you on game. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, you guys.
Thanks, Liz.